No, no, it's got to be a physical. Yeah. No, I won't read a book on my phone. Fuck that. I don't have a favourite book really, but I have read a fair few over the years. I'm currently reading Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols autobiography, which is really good so far. Really honest. So yeah, I'm just at the start of that. What was the last book I read before that?
He's a Les Paul guy, isn't
He's a Les Paul guy, yeah. Monster guitarist, really underrated in a way, do you know? Some of them riffs that he come out with. I know that the Pistols, weren't they meant to rob all the gear? They used to hang around at the, I don't know if it was the Hammersmith Apollo or whatever it was called at the time. They robbed I'm sure they robbed David Bowie's amps and stuff. So the story goes, you know.
Watching that fucking Beatles thing, seeing all the Fender amps in the background, look cool as fuck.
On the Get Back, yeah. Brilliant that, innit? Yeah, when he actually comes out and Get Back on the bass, because it's like that song wasn't a song at that point, so to see that, it's amazing. But I love that setup that they had. I don't know whether they did the same thing on every album, but just sat around in circle, just going through tunes. If you've got two genius songwriters, well, four genius songwriters, all sat in a circle, just, you know, passing ideas about, and amazing. I need to watch it again. I watched the first part. I'm sure, was that 2 hours long? That
2.5 hours.
Yeah, I went to a friend's house for tea, so it was kind of entertaining them at the same time. So I need to watch it again, because I could watch that 1,000 times over, really. Yeah, but books. I'm trying to find my vape because I want to talk on it. There it is. I read a good book called The Power a few months ago about law of attraction and all that. That's quite good. Can't remember the author's name, but I think it's a sequel to the first book, which is called The Secret, which is a film about it, but I've not seen the film. Books, oh man, I love reading, but I do struggle sometimes to concentrate. So I've started a lot of books and never finished them, which I reckon a lot of people can relate to that. I read Ronnie Wood's biography last year. Quite a good read.
Physical books or on your phone?
Fictional?
No, like actual physical books or on your phone?
No, it's got to be a physical.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't read a book on my phone. Fuck that.
I asked on my phone. Yeah.
You have to read a book on your phone? No, it's semi crazy that. Spend enough time looking at a phone.
You know bookmark. It's there. It's nice and large. Don't need a lamp.
Nah, it gives me an headache, man, staring at a little screen. Maybe on a fucking laptop or an iPad or something. Maybe. No, I think for me, like the reading, it's the ritual of the book and all that. Do you know, I get into that kind of thing. So it's like, I don't know, I'd struggle to read it on a phone. Plus, you know, you're getting notifications and fucking Facebook popping up or whatever else, you know.
The power of do not disturb.
Oh yeah, there is that. I have actually started using that a lot more. I find like, I look at people who are on the phones all the time and I observe it and I think, wow, you know, they're just glued to that phone more than they're actually in real life. And I think a lot of people now just spend most of their life in the virtual world. So I try and make a conscious effort not to go on it. But then I looked at my screen time yesterday and I've been on my phone for 3.5 hours. And that was only at like 6 o'clock.
Just yesterday?
That was yesterday, yeah. And I didn't feel like I'd been on my phone for 3 hours. I know I had a good hour looking on Spotify and looking at different songs and playlists and stuff, but yeah, it's too much. All this fucking social media for me, it's really fucking wearing me down now. You can't get away from it. It's like an added pressure in it. You've got to keep up, you know, especially if you're a musician or an artist or whatever, you know, you've got to get back to people and you've got to keep posting stuff. But then obviously you've got all the other side of it. You can get it's a swamp in it. When you go on Twitter, it's a swamp. There's all sorts of stuff going on in there, and it's what you choose to read into or spend time on can affect how you are throughout the day. So recently, I've just been going through, and if stuff comes up like pages that I think you're just full of shit or it's negative or whatever, I'll just delete it. And I've started doing that. I think you said to me about doing that, actually. Unfollowing people and, well, more like pages and, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people not in a good place at the moment, all the time, but especially at the moment. And they can just fire off the first thing that comes into their mind straight away onto a comment. And yeah, it's scary really how powerful it is and how much it affects you. You know, I'm not going to lie and say no, it doesn't affect me, because it does, and it affects most people. When you get all this negativity, if you read into it or think too much into it, man, it's a spiral, downward spiral. So yeah, try and follow positive stuff, and you know, if you use it the right way. But like what I said, it's easy sometimes to get drawn into the wrong stuff. So we're making a conscious effort, right, go on the phone for an hour, and then I'll put it on Do Not Disturb and play the guitar and read a book, go out, get out on a walk. You go in shops, man, people are working in the shop, they're sat on the phone all day while they're in work.